Hello guys, in this video we'll learn how to connect and interact with SurrealDB in Rust. Now SurrealDB is quite famous nowadays in industry, be it their rich features or scaling or different other types of features that are supported in SurrealDB. So first of all, let's take a look and then we'll try to connect and interact from our Rust application. But just like my any other videos, we won't be doing any kind of installations. We'll just spin up the Docker instance of SurrealDB and work with it. So let's get started. So here is the getting started documentation of SurrealDB. You can just go there and have a look and see what kind of feature it supports, how to start on Linux or Windows if you're not using Docker, which I'll use in a minute, and then what kind of queries or how can you perform queries. As you can see, it's rich querying which it supports. As you can see, you can use string operations, time operations in your queries, and as the description says that the querying functionality in SurrealDB works similar to traditional SQL, but with many added benefits of NoSQL languages. So it's very interesting database. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, we'll open our terminal and here we'll spin up the Docker instance of SurrealDB by just doing docker run -p for port binding, port 8080 or 8000 with 8000, SurrealDB latest, and start command to start our server. So just press enter, and as you can see, it's up and running, and here it shows us a warning that you are using it without any authentication, which is fine for now because we are just using it on development environment, but obviously it's not recommended for production. So once you see all this, you're good to go. Now let's go to our cargo toml file, and here we'll add a few dependencies. So one of them is obviously SurrealDB with the latest version. Then we need Surday, and the last thing that we need is Tokyo with version as latest and features as full. Now if you have been following my channel, you know this we used for async programming, Surday for parsing, and SurrealDB as the SDK to connect to SurrealDB. So let's get started. We'll go to our project explorer, and here we'll add in the src some Rust files. So one of them is dbcontext.rs, another will be our model.rs, and the last one will be our product repository.rs, and there will be one lib.rs as well. So we'll just say pub mod dbcontext and pub mod model and pub mod product repository. Now in the model, we'll just go ahead and okay, let's first build yep. So in the model, we'll first add our model that we'll be using today to connect and interact with our DB, like the database, the data that we'll be storing. So I'll just add a basic model, which is pub struct product, and in the product we'll add a pub ID as option of thing. This comes from SurrealDB SQL thing. And then the second thing we have is pub name string, because I want SurrealDB to provide values to this and basically work with it as well. So that's why I'm using the thing from SurrealDB, and then the, let's say, description, pub price, and pub quantity. So let's use it as U32, and let's use this one as F32. So this is our product, and in the product we'll derive, clone, serialize from Surday, and debug, because we'll be printing it So that's pretty much it for our model. And the next thing that we'll be adding today is our DB context. So in the DB context, I'll just add a method which is pub async fn get database, and this returns a result of Surreal client, and we'll be importing this from SurrealDB. And along with this, we also need this result from here as well. So let's connect. So we'll just say let db Surreal client and Surreal init, and then we'll say let db.connect ws and localhost 8000 as the port that we are running our applications on. Await, and then we'll just say let db dot. So if you have any credentials, then you can use this function and pass your credentials, but since I showed you guys I'm not using any auth, so I'll just use the db use ns, and we'll pass the name of our ns, so let's say products, and then our name of our db, same, and then await, and at the end we'll just return the OK of db. So this basically knows how to get our database, and you can have your db here as well, but I'll have my db in the repository. So let's go ahead and create our repository. So in the repository, we'll quickly add pub struct product repository, and here we'll just say table as string, and the second thing will be db as Surreal client, and then we'll just say impl product repository pub async fn mu, and this returns self, and here we'll just do let db is equal to get database dot await unwrap, and then we'll just return product repository table, which is string from product and db. So this is our mu done, and now we'll add a few operations that we want to perform on our db, such as get all. So this gets us self and returns us the result of vector of product or error, and we'll just do let records is equals to self dot db dot select and self dot table dot await, and so this is our vector of product, and we'll just pass it all the way down in our result. Similarly, we have pub async fn get by id, so we'll say self id as string result of product or error if let some record is equals to self dot db dot select, pass our self dot table id dot clone and await. then we'll just return OK of record if we find something. Else we'll just say let error is equals to error db thrown, and here we can format product with id not found, and here we can push our id to format it, and then just will return error of error. So this is how our, just one thing, to make sure to wrap this as a resource and pass it to your function. So we have get by id done as well. Similarly, I'll just add create product, update and delete and show you guys. Okay, so there you go. As you can see, similarly we have create, and we just pass our product as a content and we store it. Similarly, we have update. Again, same, just like get by id, we had select there. Here we just have update, table id and the content you want to update with, and that's pretty much it. And then similarly we have delete. So there are different other things that you can do, select, delete, and so yeah, you can just use it yourself. And let's go ahead and do these operations and try to understand. So back to our main. Now here, first of all, we'll create our main as Tokyo main async, and we'll create a new repository. So we'll say repository and product repository. Actually, we just do new dot await, and we get our repository. And let's insert a product. So we'll just say let product, and we'll add all the missing fields. So id is none, name as let's say shoes 101, description as this is sports shoe, and price as $10, and quantity as let's say 900 or 9,000. Lots of stocks basically. So now here we'll just do let result is equals to product dot, or sorry, repository dot create product, and here we'll pass our product, and we'll just wait for the result and unwrap the result, and then we'll just print our result. And yeah, so that's pretty much it that we need. So let's go ahead and test our application. So first of all, we'll open our terminal and let this instance running, and we'll just do cargo run and quite. Okay, so as you can see, we are able to successfully connect to our DB, and our first product is inserted with the ID as something because we were using option, and all other details as same as our details. So let's copy this ID. Maybe we'll use it while updating, and go back, and here we will try to use, instead of create product, we'll use repository dot get by ID, and we'll pass our string from ID. And let's see. So we open our terminal again and we cargo run again. Okay, so as you can see, it returns the same product, meaning our product is inserted correctly. Now let's go ahead and do some amendments and try to see. So to perform update, we'll just use get update instead of get by ID, and let's say in our products we just update the quantity to 8,000, the price to let's say $100, and the name to 2, and this is sports running shoe. Okay, and let's everything else it is as it is, and we'll just update our product. Open the terminal, do cargo run. Okay, so as you can see, our product name is updated, description is also updated, the price went from $10 to $100, the quantity went from 9,000 to 8,000. So update works as well. Similarly, you can test get all and delete as well. So this is quite simple, and that's how we can easily connect and interact with SurrealDB in Rust. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comments. If you need the code, you can also ask in the comments. I'll be happy to share. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys understand. Share with your friends, like the video, subscribe the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.